Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wise Man Lawyers. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wise Man Lawyers. Don't face that court alone. Let the Wise Man team get you back on the road. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call the Wise Man team at Wise Man Lawyers.
Alright, today I'm at Gatton Magistrates Court, back on deck after a quiet week due to the Magistrates Conference. Basically last week all the courts in Queensland closed so the magistrates could get together for their annual conference. In any event, back on deck now, as I said, Gatton Magistrates Court. Client charged with low range drink driving, .067. It was his first offence, nothing of a like nature, and he hadn't lost his licence in the last 5 years for any reason, so he was eligible to apply for a work licence, but given that he's a full-time student, I mean, he does have part-time work, but primarily he's a full-time student. As the name suggests, work licences to allow you to get to work and nothing else, so you can't apply for one for any studies or anything, or looking after kids or stuff like that. It's simply work, so it wasn't an option for his studies, and even though he does work part-time, the income didn't justify the efforts and whatnot of applying. Basically, with a work licence, the magistrates have got the discretion to double the disqualification they'd otherwise give. So if we had him apply for a work licence, yes, he'd be able to get to his part-time job, but then he would have been unable to get to university for twice the period that he otherwise would have been able to drive to and from for. So he didn't want to apply for a work licence, so my job was one of getting the disqualification down as low as possible. Worst case is 9 months, mandatory minimum is 1 month. So obviously that was my job, to try and get it down as close as possible to the minimum 1 month. But further to that, I won't mention his field of study, but given he's 2/3 of the way through a university degree, and given that upon graduation he's going to be applying for work and competing with other graduates, etc., he did hold grave concerns with regard to the recording of conviction. In fact, that was his primary concern, and my instructions were that this was more about trying to get no conviction recorded as opposed to getting the disqualification down. That said, I went in with both of those objectives held in equal sort of levels of importance. So anyway, we got him to do a reformatory course. I drafted an affidavit up explaining what he learnt at that course. Got him to get some character references based on a template that we provide all of our clients, explaining who it's going to be addressed to, the key points they've got to cover, etc. And given his concerns with regard to the recording of conviction, I prepared written submissions of relevant case law to support the argument that in this instance it would be appropriate for the magistrate not to record a conviction. Short version is, I was successful on all fronts. I was able to persuade the magistrate not to go past the minimum 1 month disqualification, so he got a 1 month disqualification, a modest fine, and I was also successful in persuading the magistrate not to record a conviction. So 1 month, modest fine, no conviction recorded, client's happy. I'm Andrew Wiseman, thanks for watching.
Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wise Man Lawyers. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call